Hey friends, welcome back for another video. Today is going to be my 26th week of pregnancy update. If you're new around here, my name is Sandy-Kaye. Welcome to my channel, and I'm so glad you found this video. So let's dive in with, I'm already out of breath. Let's dive in with baby's development and what baby's looking like this week. This week, the baby is the size of scallions or green onions, I usually call them, 13.82 inches and 2 pounds, according to the Baby Center app. As far as development, baby is now hiccuping. The baby is also breathing in and out small amounts of amniotic fluid and can now better hear mom and dad as you are talking. So for my symptoms in my first pregnancy, I have them journaled here. I'll go over what those were. I am a second-time mom. This is my second pregnancy. I have a 16-month-old son named Trenner. So in my first pregnancy, I have that the baby's the size of a lettuce, 14.5 inches and 2 pounds, and that's using the What to Expect app. At this point, I had gained a little bit over 8 pounds and definitely gained more this time around. But for my symptoms, I had a little scare. I hadn't felt my son Trenner at the time in my belly moving that much at night, and then I noticed he started moving more the next day, but that scared me a little bit. And I had more headaches at this point, harder time falling asleep, especially if I had taken a later nap, more tired, and I've been napping more, and I wish I could take more naps. Now with the toddler, that's a little harder. And my body was wanting to do easier exercise. I had to, at this point, stop mountain biking. It's called the E-Trail, but it's just this trail up by our house, but it's like a super steep hill to start, and then like gradually it has some downhill too. But yeah, I was mountain biking that, I guess, until now. And so I was alternating now to between walking and swimming. And I can go about 6 hours of sleeping before I have to wake up to pee, which I haven't had to do this time around, really. I like noticed it kind of at early in the morning, but would just fall asleep still, back asleep. And then feeling happy, energized, and blessed. And I was just feeling lucky to feel as good as I was. And I said way hungry, but also eating smaller portions and just more often. And then at this point, I said that I was excited to be sending out my baby invitations for my baby shower soon, and that I was going to be in the 3rd trimester, which I cannot believe. It's blowing my mind, in 6 days. And I was excited to make labor and delivery baskets, nurse baskets, to give at the hospital. So it's crazy to me that I was really so prepared the first go around. Not as worried about all that this time around. So let's dive into the questions that I go through each week for this pregnancy. How far along am I? I am 27 weeks today. Maternity clothes, yes. Total weight gain, I've gained 14 pounds. And stretch marks, nope, at least not yet. How have I been sleeping? I've been sleeping pretty great most nights. There was 2 nights ago where my son just had like one of the hardest nights for whatever reason and cried off and on for a few hours. So I finally ended up lying down on his bed with him for 2 hours until I woke up uncomfortable and was able to sneak out, and he slept through the rest of the night. But definitely that was not the best quality of sleep that night. And then my best moment this week, I would say just getting crafty and sewing. I sewed this little baby girl dress out of an old, it was a dress that I had, and then I just repurposed it into a little girl dress. I think it turned out pretty cute. So, and there's little ties at the top that untie and will be adjustable, but this is like a size 3-month dress, and it's just so, I'm so excited. If we do have a girl, I thought it'd be fun to have just a dress on hand that I sewed for her first Sunday at church. So that's something that was fun this week. Missing anything? Nope, not at this time. And then movement, I have been feeling lots of movement for sure. And then also something different is just feeling like whole body pushing up on my stomach at certain places where it really makes my stomach like more lopsided. So that's kind of crazy to feel already. Food cravings. This week I was craving a burger and sweet potato fries, and I just got really lazy with cooking this week, just with it being a harder week, and so I was craving just anything takeout, really, if I could get away with it, or anything just easy at home. And then also I was craving, and finally made it last night, if you take like frozen bananas and like some frozen berries and mix it all up, and then I make like a dark chocolate sauce with like baking cocoa, a little bit of coconut oil, and a little bit of honey. And I put like 90% a chocolate bar, like just one little square. That's 90% dark chocolate, and so that just makes a dark chocolate sauce, and then I top it with coconut flakes, and it's so good. So that really hit the spot this week. Anything making me queasy or sick? Nothing too bad. I have noticed I had a really good smell this week for whatever reason, and so last night with my husband cooking us dinner, I don't know, the smell just seemed a little off. It still turned out great and everything, but I just wasn't really liking the smell. It just seemed really strong to me. And then also my poor son, he must have ate something that didn't settle very well, and so he had very acidic poop this morning, and I could smell it like from the hallway. He had pooped right when he woke up, which he never does unless he's not feeling great. And so that was super strong. I knew before I went in there I was getting into something not that great. Gender guess, not really sure. I'm just gonna stay neutral this time for whatever reason. I have been saying girl, but I'm just gonna go with either or. I'm not sure. Labor signs, no, thankfully no labor signs. As far as symptoms this week, I have been so tired. It's been hard because even if I've been feeling like I need a nap or really want one, I haven't been able to take it. My son has been refusing to take his naps lately unless I'm pushing him in the stroller, or sometimes I can take a nap with him and he'll go down. It's hit and miss, and then occasionally he'll take it by himself in his room. But it's been like a week so far of him not liking his naps, so that has definitely taken away from my me time too. So I've been feeling more stressed out. I haven't been eating as good, and just haven't been like taking as good of care for myself because I've been focused more on him. And on top of that, we're in the middle of potty training him, and so that's taking some more that's adding to the load for me, especially because I'm home with him, so I need to keep an eye on him, make sure that I'm taking him to the potty often, and if he's queuing to me, to make sure I take him. And there will be a video that I'll put out this weekend that you can look for as far as potty training and how it's been going so far. And it's forever changing, so I'll have to update that video too eventually. As far as emotionally how I'm doing, honestly, I think this has been one of the hardest weeks of parenthood, maybe like ever in my son's life, just because he's been so much more fussy, starting to throw like tantrums like a full-on toddler, and he's just exploring his independence really hard right now, and has just not seemed as happy as he normally is. He's usually a very happy kid, and I'm grateful for that. Hardly ever cries or has anything to complain about, and so it's been really tough on me mentally. I have been struggling and just feeling kind of burnt out, like I need a break and just can't catch it. So that's been hard. Belly button in or out? It is still in, but still very tight and firm at the top. Wedding rings on or off? They're on. Happy or moody most of the time this week? I'd probably say moody, just because with the struggles this week, I feel like I've been more up and down. So I think that equates to moody. I can hear my son upstairs. My husband's watching him for me so I can film this. Looking forward to anything? I'm looking forward to having my glucose test done and out of the way this Friday. Also having an ultrasound to double check baby's kidney. And then I also have a prenatal appointment. So it's going to be a busy Friday. But looking forward to that. And then we're also going to be with our in-laws on Wednesday. We'll leave and go and see them. So that'll be nice to have a long weekend with them. Last off, we have our belly update. So let's get right to that. Here's my 27-week belly. Front, side. Thanks so much for joining me for another pregnancy update, and I will catch you guys all next week. Bye! Thanks for watching.